Alright guys, I just finished Augusta's Overture Quest, and I will say I liked it. I liked her Overture Quest, and I am not surprised that it was very simple, because I think that some people were expecting her backstory to be a little bit complex, but it wasn't complex. Some people might not like that, some people might like it. Me personally, whenever you have a leader in these gotcha games or show, movie, or an anime or whatever, their backstory is always, I wouldn't say always, their backstory most of the time is pretty simple. It's them pretty much starting off with nothing, or they had to start their life all over again because something bad happened, and they have to motivate themselves. They have to find a reason to push forward and become who they are today. And when you take a look at Augusta and who she is today, she is the four of Septimon. She is the one who's in charge. She is the leader. Now, I'm not going to go over her backstory bit by bit, piece by piece, because you guys can do that yourself. I'm just here to share my perspective on Augusta's backstory. So when she went up to this noble, all right? So she went up to this noble. This noble pretty much gave her 3 trials in order for her to prove herself. And these 3 trials, the first one, she fought against a lion. The second one, she had to take 100 lives. And then the third one, she had to face Arsinosa. My favorite trial was the second one. And the reason why is because they actually explained to us why her weapon looks like this. So if you didn't go through the quest, I recommend you to click off this video and just go play yourself. But if you actually went through the quest, the fact that this weapon is pretty much 100 weapons combined is absolutely insane. I was like, ain't no way. She collected 100 spearheads. You guys can see these are like spearheads. She collected 100 spearheads, forged it into one big fat claymore. If you don't think that's badass, I don't know what else to tell you, bro. That is insane. And it's really cool that they're pretty much showing us why she is the A4. Like, her backstory gives us, like, her backstory makes us respect this character. Like, she has aura, my nigga, and I'm not even trying to glaze just because I like this character. She's a cool character. She's one of my favorite characters in the game so far. I ain't gonna lie to you guys, but her backstory, come on, man. The second trial, collecting spearheads and turning into a weapon, that's fucking badass, bro. So yeah, her second trial was sick. That shit was sick. And the first trial, I mean, the first trial was pretty dope. I mean, she's just fighting this lion. You had this gladiator that pretty much told her, he didn't tell her, he just like helped her out. He pretty much saved her life, and that was literally it. And then for the third trial, she fought Arsinosa. Now, she didn't beat Arsinosa. Arsinosa whooped her ass. Maybe it's because I picked the wrong dialogue options, I don't know, but for me, Arsinosa whooped my ass. But Arsinosa still blessed her. Arsinosa blessed her, and a lot of people, they were shocked. They're like, oh my gosh, Arsinosa blessed her. That's what made people respect her. So to see how this character, she started off with pretty much nothing, right? Yeah, she had a hometown, she had a village. It got destroyed by the Dark Tide, and she pretty much had to restart her life all over again. She had to start from scratch, and that right there was very, very cool. And I don't know if it's just me, but you guys know that NPC that Rover was talking to, and that NPC was pretty much explaining, pretty much telling Rover Augusta's backstory. This guy right here. I don't know, man. Bro is kind of sus. His design, it's very unique out of every NPC we've seen in the game so far. I'm gonna be real with y'all. His design is very unique. So when I saw this guy, I was like, oh shit, like this doesn't look like your average NPC. But you guys can see he has tears in his eyes. Let me look close. Let me look close. Yeah, it's like tears. Why does he have a blindfold on? And you guys can see like he has like this little feather on his head. I don't know, man. Bro might be a part of the Fraxidus, bro. He might be a part of the Fraxidus. Cristoforo, who knows? Like it's just very weird. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Who do you guys think this person truly is? He's very mysterious, and the fact that he knows everything about Augusta, very interesting. Maybe like, are we gonna see this guy in version 2.6? I don't know, but the fact that he just came out of nowhere and he's like, "Oh, Rover, oh, let me go ahead and talk about Augusta's story for you, and make sure you go ahead and you paint yourself as Augusta so you can understand even more." It's like, I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. Like, you look at Cristoforo and the way Cristoforo talks and like the way that he introduced himself to Rover. We didn't know that he was gonna be like, we didn't know that he was in a Fraxinus. We didn't know that at all until they revealed that later. So this guy right here is like, he's introducing himself the same way Cristoforo introduced himself. So I don't know if this guy's in the Fraxidus or he's probably just some random NPC. I have no idea, but this guy is definitely sus for sure. So yeah, overall, when we take a look at Augusta's character, she is somebody who is there to protect, make change, and lead. But this brings back that discussion, whenever it comes to gacha games and their story. Just imagine if Wuthering Waves wasn't only a gacha game and it was, an anime. Just imagine. They would take this character and go above and beyond. This will go for multiple characters as well. A lot of characters in the story. But Augusta, like they can take this character, do amazing things with her. But when it comes to these gacha games, man, the hype we have for this unit, the hype I have for this character is just gonna last for like one patch. When it comes to story, it's gonna last for one update, two updates, and then on to the next character, on to the next region. And then once we go to like, let's say New Federation, like let's say in 3.0, we go to next region, next nation, all the characters we met in Septimont, we don't see them ever again. It just sucks. That's one of my biggest complaints whenever it comes to gacha games. Like, the story, like the main storyline, it continues, right? The main storyline continues, but you're constantly leaving behind characters and meeting new characters, right? And it's just, and they're pretty much doing the same thing over and over again with every single new unit. So that's why, like, if this show, I mean, I said it's a show, if this game actually had an anime, they will go crazy with the story. They would go crazy. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Those are my thoughts on Augusta's Overture Quest. I think it was really good. And when it comes to that NPC character, I ain't gonna lie, guys, I'm really interested to see more about this NPC. Like, maybe I'm just wrong and he's just an insignificant NPC. He's just there to tell us what's going on. I mean, tell us her backstory and that's it. Or bro is probably part of the Fraxidus, or he is an important character. Who knows? His name is Nestor, I think that's, yeah, his name is Nestor, I don't know, but he's suspicious. He is suspicious. But hope you guys have a good one, and I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Adios.